Have you ever wondered if your boyfriend might be cheating on you? Does that thought ever cross your mind? Maybe it's a gut feeling, or maybe you've noticed some changes in his behavior. Look, I'm not saying you should be suspicious of every little thing, but let's face it, relationships are built on trust, and sometimes that trust can be broken. We're gonna talk about some signs that your boyfriend might be stepping out on you. Now, I'm not saying these signs automatically mean he's cheating, but they are red flags. These are things you need to pay attention to because knowledge is power. Understanding these signs can help you make informed decisions about your relationship. You deserve honesty and respect, and if he's not giving you that, you need to know. So let's dive in and take a closer look at these signs. One of the first things you might notice is a change in his schedule. Maybe he's working late more often, or he's got all these new commitments that he never had before. Now, I understand people get busy. Jobs change, new hobbies pop up. That's life. But if he's suddenly got all these new things going on, and he's not talking to you about them, that's a red flag. And I'm talking about more than just being busy. I'm talking about changes he can't really explain. Like, he's got to work late, but can't tell you what project he's working on. Or he's got a gym buddy he's meeting up with. But you've never met this buddy, and he's never mentioned them before. Listen, communication is key in any relationship. If he's not being upfront about his schedule, if he's being vague or evasive when you ask him about it, something could be up. He might be trying to carve out time for someone else, and that's something you need to address. Another thing to watch out for is increased phone privacy. Now, everyone's entitled to their privacy, but if he's suddenly glued to his phone, taking it everywhere he goes, even to the bathroom, that's a little suspicious, wouldn't you say? It's like he's got a whole other life going on in that phone, and you're not a part of it. And then there's the passwords. Did he change his passwords recently? Is he suddenly super secretive about who's calling or texting him? These are all signs that he could be hiding something. Maybe he's got a secret Instagram account he doesn't want you to know about, or he's texting someone he shouldn't be. If he's constantly deleting his call log or browsing history, that's another red flag. What's he trying to hide? Look, I'm not saying you should be snooping through his phone, that's a whole other issue. But if his phone behavior has changed drastically, it's a sign something's not right. Now, phone privacy is one thing, but increased secrecy in general is a whole other level. This is about him shutting you out of parts of his life. Maybe he's not telling you about his day anymore, or he's avoiding those deep, meaningful conversations you used to have. Remember when you used to talk for hours, sharing your thoughts and feelings? Now, it's like he's got a wall up, and he's not letting you in. He's being distant, emotionally unavailable. And that's a problem because emotional intimacy is just as important as physical intimacy in a relationship. If he's not willing to open up to you, to share his life with you, it's a sign that he's pulling away. And that could be because he's emotionally invested in someone else. He's giving that other person the attention and affection that you deserve. Let's talk about money. Have you noticed any unexplained expenses or receipts for things you didn't receive? Maybe there are charges for restaurants you've never been to or gifts you never got. Now, I'm not saying every unexpected expense is a sign of cheating, but if it's coupled with other red flags, it's something to pay attention to. Think about it. If he's spending money on someone else, he's got to hide it somehow. He might use cash or a separate credit card you don't know about. And if you ask him about it, he might get defensive or dismissive. He might even turn it around and accuse you of being controlling or suspicious. But you have a right to know how he's spending his money, especially if you share finances. It's about transparency and accountability in the relationship. If he's not willing to be open about his finances, it's a sign that something's not right. Finally, let's talk about emotional distance. This is probably the most painful sign of all because it strikes at the heart of your relationship. It's that feeling that he's just not there anymore, emotionally. He's checked out. Maybe he's not as affectionate as he used to be. He doesn't hold your hand. He doesn't cuddle with you on the couch. He doesn't tell you he loves you as often. And when you try to initiate intimacy, he pulls away. He's not interested. This emotional distance can be devastating because it makes you feel unwanted and unloved. It makes you question your entire relationship. And the truth is, if he's emotionally distancing himself from you, it could be because he's emotionally invested in someone else. Now remember, these signs alone don't necessarily mean he's cheating, but they are red flags, warning signs that something could be wrong in your relationship. The best thing you can do is talk to him. Sit down with him and tell him how you're feeling. Tell him what you've noticed and how it's affecting you. Communication is key. If he's willing to talk openly and honestly, you might be able to work through whatever issues are causing these problems. But if he's defensive, dismissive, or refuses to talk about it, that's a major red flag. You deserve to be in a relationship where you feel loved, respected, and cherished. If you're not getting that from him, you need to decide what's best for you.